Welcome, dear children. I am here with the second video of English course book lesson number 3, Wildlife in a City Pond, written by Ashish Kothari. In the previous video, we have seen that the speaker came to the city of Pune and at night he heard a lot of disturbing sound. The next morning, he saw from his balcony that a small pond was there. The speaker observed the pond for a whole year. During the summer, the pond looked dry and lifeless. But as soon as the rain fell on the ground, the whole barren land became an oasis of green and blue. It also gave beautiful fragrance of mud. The speaker observed that many plants, those who seemed to be dead during summer, stood tall and proud. Many birds visited the pond. Kingfisher sat on a branch to catch a fish. Baya weaver bird and scaly-breasted munias gathered reeds to make their nest. One day, the speaker saw some rocks shining and some movement underwater. So he took his binoculars to see closely, and to his surprise, he saw turtles. He was amazed to see them. He had read in a book that turtles remain underground during summer and waited for the ponds to fill up again. Because of it, he started calling this pond as Flapshell Pond. Just a week back, the ground was barren. Where did the turtle come from? I learned from a book that they slept under the ground during the dry summer and waited for the pond to fill up again. In their honor, I started calling it the Flapshell Pond. Several birds walked around the turtles, which peacefully ignored them. The white-breasted water hen walked like a dancer, looking for food. A couple of pond herons moved secretly through the reeds, afraid of danger from birds of prey. And as the monsoon progressed, a pair of spot-billed ducks landed on Flapshell Pond. They hunted for snails and water plants and then took off to the other natural restaurants. The speaker was excited to see the turtles. He has learnt in a book that they slept under the ground during summer and waited for the pond to fill up again. And in their honor, he named the pond as Flapshell Pond. Several birds walked around the turtles, but the turtle did not harm them. The white-breasted water hen walked like a dancer, searching for food. A couple of herons secretly moved through the reeds, hiding themselves from the birds of prey. After a few days, a pair of spot-billed ducks landed on the Flapshell Pond. They hunted for snails and water plants. And after that, they flew off to the other natural restaurants. I thought that such a small pond could not have any mammals, but I was wrong. I would often see shy mongooses come to the edge of the water. Once, I even saw an entire family with 3 babies. And where there were mongooses, could snakes be far behind? I was lucky enough to see checkered keelbacks, pretty water snakes, swimming between the reeds. But what caused the loud noise in the night? Frogs and toads by the hundreds, croaking and singing away to attract their mates. They were joined by crickets, which seemed to have loudspeakers of their own. Listening carefully, I soon learned to appreciate this natural symphony. In these paragraphs, we see that the speaker thought that the small pond could not have mammals, but he was wrong. He often saw mongooses coming to the edge of the water, along with its family. And where there are mongooses, snakes could not be far behind. He was lucky enough to see checkered keelback's water snake. But what caused loud noise in the night were hundreds of frogs and toads, croaking and singing. They were joined by crickets. The speaker enjoyed this natural orchestra. One day, I got the scare of my life No, not from snakes or herons with mean looking beaks, but from some people walking around Flapshell Pond. I found out from my neighbors that they were planning to drain the wetland and make buildings on it. My heart sank. I could not let this happen. A friend and I mobilized the neighborhood kids. We invited few journalists. The next day, the newspaper carried news of the children's appeal. Other residents of the area started calling up various officials to tell them to save the pond. Then, a couple of environmental organizations joined in. We invited the city commissioner too. At first, he did not agree, but when he experienced the monsoon magic, he realized it would be a shame to destroy the pond. All this finally did the trick. Flapshell Pond was declared off limits to any construction. How lucky I am to have experienced monsoon's magic. Here was a mini sanctuary in the middle of bustling city. Here, nature's dance could continue, providing life to thousands of creatures, big and small. Sometimes, magic is found in one's own backyard. In these paragraphs, we see that one day the speaker got frightened, not because of snakes or herons with mean looking beaks, but because he saw some people walking around the Flapshell Pond. When he inquired, he came to know that some of the neighbors were planning to drain the pond and make a building on it. The speaker was worried and disappointed. The speaker was not ready to let it happen, so he and his friend gathered neighborhood kids and organized a group to take action against it. They also invited a few journalists. The next day, the newspaper carried news on an urgent request of the children. Other residents of the nearby area started calling various officials. Then, a couple of environmental organizations also joined. City Commissioner was also asked to come. At first, he did not agree, but when he saw and experienced monsoon magic, he realized that it would be a shame to destroy the pond. And then, Flapshell Pond was declared off limits to any constructions. The speaker thought himself to be lucky and blessed to have experienced monsoon magic. There was a small sanctuary in the middle of the busy city. Nature could continue its dance, and it was providing life to thousands of creatures. The speaker said that sometimes magic is found in one's own backyard. Now, let us see the meanings of some difficult words. Prey, an animal hunted or killed by another for food. Edge means corner. Appeal, an urgent request for something important. Bustling means busy, mobilized, encouraged and organized a group of people to take action. Sanctuary means an area for birds or animals where they are protected and cannot be hunted. Your homework for today is to read lesson number 3, Wildlife in a City Pond, and write the meanings given in the fair copy. That's all for today, children. Thank you and have a wonderful day.